We are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We did it. Okay. One down, four more to go. Still got a long road ahead of us. Still got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Can't take our foot off the gas. Excellent game by the Lakers. A couple stretches where it was like, come on, Lakers, you gotta pick it back up. But the Lakers basically controlled that game for the most part, start to finish. Again, they had that little stretch in the third quarter, but then back half really extended that and then handled business in the fourth. Just how you want to see it, right? You got the 2 days off, so a little question marks of like, hey, is this going to be a little sloppy? Are they going to be, are they going to shoot poorly? What's going to happen here? I mean, it was a sloppy game. Don't get me wrong, but they kind of just picked up where they left off, which is good. It's what you want to see. You want to see them continue to build, continue to gain that momentum. We're momentarily in the 8th seed. We got to win tomorrow, right? I'm excited. I am pumped. I am just like, finally, we see a little movement, but we got to win tomorrow. Right, because then that gives us, and hopefully Sacramento loses tomorrow. Then that gives us a full game. Then we'd be like a game and a half, I think, in the 8th seed, right? I want it secured. I want to just be like, okay, now we just need to push ahead. Now we just got to weather the storm the rest of the way. That's kind of ideal. That's the position that I want. Now everything that I wanted to happen so far happened, right? You win the first game against the Cavs, which means now, and then against the Timberwolves, not that they need to play lax or that they need to, drop the ball there, but now you can you can breathe a little bit, right? It's not this like dire, high strung, like, dude, we can't, if we lose this game, season's over type thing. Now it's like, okay, let's go in, let's do our job, let's handle business, right? You know that they're going to bring their best game. You know that they're going to play to the best of their abilities. Let's show up, let's handle business. Really like that. Right now, another big thing is now that we're in the 8th seed, it's good to visually see that, right? Now the players are going to go back to the locker room. They're all going to check the standings. They're all going to see, oh, we're there. We did it, right? Now we just got to keep pushing ahead and weather this storm. And now we're in position, we're like half a game or a game back of the 7th seed, right? When you see it, everything's different, right? Like, it's one thing to talk about, man, if we win this game, then now we're in the 8th seed. It's another thing to actually see that. See the Lakers finally make that jump, because the Lakers have been working their tail off, right, these last like 2.5 months and have gotten no traction. They've just been staying in the 9th seed. And so it's like, this to me is great because it gives the Lakers that visual representation of their hard work, right? If I'm Darvin Ham, I'm going in that locker room. I already had somebody print out the standings and cut out and blow up. I'd have a board already made of just the AC blown up. Put that on the whiteboard and just show everybody, look, we're here, right? Don't let up. We worked this hard to get to this point. Do not fold. Do not cave, right? Hopefully that's the conversation. Hopefully LeBron's rallying the troops right now going, hey guys, do not take your foot off the gas. Let's keep going. Keep pushing, right? 4 more games. Let's go win all 4. Rui Hachimura's talked about it. LeBron James talked about it, about how important and how significant these wins are and that they want to win all 5 games. Let's do it. Win all 5 of these games. Let's build that momentum going into the play-in. If we win these next 4, it's very, very possible we're in the 6th seed. If we can squeeze into the 6th seed, like, come on, man. Like, and people are doubting the Lakers. Again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but man, this was something where I'm pumped, but I'm trying to, cooler heads prevail, cool expectations, right? We still need to handle business. If we win tomorrow, we're gonna celebrate on the street. Like we gotta do the shot game or something, because I don't want to jump the gun yet. Great win. Good thing is the game isn't until 7 tomorrow, so it's not like a quick 24-hour turnaround. It's a 30-hour turnaround or whatever it is. So Lakers get a little extra rest. So go home, take a breath, relax, put your feet up, go, jump in an ice bath, whatever you got to do. Keep it together and let's go. One thing that I want to highlight about this game that I loved was the defense. Defensively, the Lakers were fantastic today. Did they have some bad defensive possessions? Did they get beat on a couple plays? Absolutely. But for the most part, guys were getting after it, man. D'Angelo Russell was playing his behind off on the defensive side, being a great help defender, staying in front of guys, disrupting passing lanes, blocking shots. I mean, D'Lo was excellent on the defense side. He's excellent on the offense side, but we'll talk about that more once we dive in. But everybody, Gabe Vincent, I mean, he's been on the defensive side, at least everything we wanted, right? That just pest, persistent, nonstop, just getting after guys, staying in front of guys, just creating turnovers. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Spencer Dinwiddie was doing his thing. Anthony Davis had like 10 stocks or 9 stocks. Like, the guy was insane today. Even LeBron, like LeBron was a little lax on defense on a couple of possessions, but there was a couple of possessions where he was really getting after it too. Keep talking about. We got to find that defensive identity. The offense is there. We've been top 6 defensively in our last like 6 games or whatever. I imagine that we're at least there, if not better, in this game for the 7th game. Talking about a desperate Cavs team that just came off of a loss, that needed this win, that is fighting for the standings, right? We did a great job. Donovan Mitchell, which future Laker, hopefully. We contained him well. I mean, he had a bad shoot night, but in general, we did a good job of kind of keeping him honest, staying on top of him. Great game on the defense side of the basketball. But let's dive into the box scores real quick. I see a couple super chats. Keep trickling them in. We'll jump into the super chats, jump into the regular chat, and then so let's get into this. Just wanted to kind of talk about the good things that I love to see this game. All right, so getting into the player breakdown, box scores. Also, real quick, make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I'm inching closer and closer to 20K, which I am greatly appreciative. All right, so diving into it, Rui, I think that they should have looked to get Rui a couple more shots. I know he's shooting a little sluggish, but I don't like how Rui is utilized, just standing in the corner all game. 5 of his 9 shots were 3-point attempts. I don't mind the occasional 3. You know, if he's taking 3 or 4, unless he's hot. But LeBron James, 24 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 turnovers. He was very careless with the basketball this game, and he's been like that a lot lately. We really need him to take care of the basketball. He's got to do a much better job to take care of the basketball. Turnovers are still a problem for us that we really need to clean up. We really need to fix, especially going into the play-in or the playoffs, right? You can't be turning the ball over. How many turnovers do we have? Like 16, 17? We had what? 17. 17 turnovers. You can't turn the ball over 17 times against the top teams in the West and expect to win many of those games. Got to take care of the basketball. LeBron's got to do a better job. Stop with those lazy passes, those like super look ahead passes, right? Like, stop leaving your feet. Not so much LeBron, but everyone else. Stop leaving your feet. But in general, solid game from him. Anthony Davis in the first half was like, like he hasn't taken a bunch of shots. And then second half, he just dominated. He was excellent on the defense side the entire game, right? Don't get me wrong. He was fantastic. But offensively, you were like, come on, we could use you to kind of pick it up a little bit. But guys were hot. D'Lo was like in sicko mode in the first half. So it's one of the things I've talked about with Anthony Davis that I love, right? Especially this is a game that I think highlights that perfectly. Anthony Davis, when everyone's cooking, everyone's hot, he's one of those superstars that is okay with that and will just lock down on the defensive side and rebound and do the things that he needs to do on basically the dirty work. Most superstars, they have to have their touches. They demand the basketball, which there are times where Anthony Davis, I'm like, come on, man, we need you to demand the basketball. But I love that Anthony Davis is willing to let guys go. And then like in this game, when it's like, okay, we need Anthony Davis to pick it up on the offensive side, boom, where's AD? Picking it up on the offensive side, getting offensive rebounds, getting putbacks. I love like this version. Today's Anthony Davis was beautiful. Guys are cooking, let them cook, right? Let guys do their thing. Let me lock down defensively. Let me rebound the basketball, right? And then, we need me on the offensive side. Okay, let me step up. Let me jump into this. Let me help out on the offense side of things. Loved it. Beautiful. Austin Reaves continues to struggle on the offense side. You really, really need him to find his shot. he had a couple nice plays, but man, he looked bad to this game. He had a couple, highlight plays like that out of bounds save was cool, but for the most part, just careless passes. Um, just, just he's really got to find a shot. I really want to see Austin Reaves find his shooting stroke. If he can find his shooting stroke, man, it'll open up so much for him. And him looking to be aggressive. D'Angelo Russell was spectacular this game. 11 to 17, 6 to 12. I mean, he just took over and dominated, especially in that first half. 5 rebounds, 6 turnovers, though. Just like I said with LeBron, D'Angelo Russell, a couple of those were miscommunications, and one of those was clearly a foul, and they just didn't call it. And D'Lo was like, "What is going on?" But regardless, got to take care of the basketball. D'Lo was doing excellent. He'll get you 6, 7, 8 assists and have like 0 turnovers or like 1 or 2 turnovers. And lately, the last like handful of games, I've highlighted it. D'Lo's been giving you like 3 to 6 turnovers a game. I don't like that. Got it. Our 2 main primary ball handlers, D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James, are giving you 10 to 11 turnovers a game. It's not good. Those 2 guys got to take care of the basketball. Really got to get out of these bad habits. Taurean Prince was spectacular. I know a lot of people are super down on Taurean Prince, but man, Taurean Prince had himself a game. I love that he wasn't settling. I love that he was being aggressive, getting to the basket, finding a shot, using a little pump fake because he's a threat on the offense side. Even defensively, thought he was doing an excellent job just getting after it. Really liked what we saw from him. Again, Gabe Vincent, Spencer Dinwiddie being those 2 point of attack guys, just hounding on the defense side was beautiful. Offensively, obviously, we'd like a little more from them, but hey, I'm fine with them just kind of being those lockdown guys. Gabe Vincent, I think will find a shot, find a stroke as he progresses. I love that they've kind of just, hey, we need our defense, so let's lock down defensively. But again, great game all around. Loved what we saw. But anyway, again, real quick, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. People are awesome. Appreciate you. Gazo, thank you for coming in hot with the $5 super chat. My 3 daughters was born this morning. Oh, wow. Congratulations. And the Lakers won. Good day. Now to get real food going into the afternoon because I'm tired of hospital food. Well, first off, congratulations. That's ridiculous. I love it. I had twin girls a couple of years ago. Now it's be 5 years. It goes fast, man. It goes extremely fast. And yeah, it's the greatest feeling ever, right? Like you see them, you hold them, you're just like, I'm responsible for this little life. So, man, big congratulations. That is beautiful. Way to add to the family, right? Your 3rd daughter. I have 3 as well. So I get it. 2 boys, 3 girls. Got an army. I need you to catch up. You got 2 more to go. But I appreciate you. Yeah, go. No more hospital food. Go get a burger or something. Go do something, right? Go get something, whatever. But yeah, again, congratulations. And seriously, thank you for the super chat. That is awesome. I love it. Love it. Today is a beautiful day, right? Lakers got the 8th. You got 3 kids. Let's get it. Yeah, baby. 8th seed and climbing. You gotta love it. Like I said, gotta stay focused. Got to continue to push. Got to continue to get these W's. 45 and 33. Yes, I really want to see that 49. I really do. I want to see that 49 on that board when we end the season. And Lakers maybe potentially moving into the 6th seed. If 49 wins doesn't get you the 6th seed, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, tiebreakers could be a thing, but man, we really got to keep climbing. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see the Lakers end up in that spot. Hannah, give me 1 second. I want to pull up the stream just so I can keep an eye towards the bottom. Finally, we move up in the standings. Great win. Got to clean up those turnovers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's just not good. Let's go, bro. Love it. I love it. Sean, coming out to $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Fully healthy AD and LeBron, no one can beat the Lakers. Look, so the only team to ever beat the Lakers healthy, or not even healthy, but beat LeBron and AD when they played an entire series is the Denver Nuggets. But LeBron James needed foot surgery, and Anthony Davis was playing on one leg. And to mention, D'Lo had that foot problem that he wasn't even supposed to be playing, but he was playing through it, right? So, what do they look like healthy, right? If Anthony Davis and LeBron James are healthy, I definitely don't think we get swept last year. Do we win the series? I don't know, right? But you got to imagine a healthy LeBron, healthy AD would have gotten you at least a couple wins, right? Because they would have been able to be more aggressive. LeBron might have been able to do more down the stretch, especially in those tight games. Also, his shooting was just off last year. Where this year, right, like that 3 in game 1, he probably hits that this year. Where last year he couldn't find. Seven seed. Yes. Excellent, excellent defense. Excellent. Take it. All right. Good. Is that good? And I'll give it a second. Audio good now. Good? Okay. Thank you, Cam. I appreciate you. And thank you guys for letting me know in the chat. I really do appreciate it. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Maybe I knocked something. I'm pumped. I'm like super animated right now. So I might have messed something. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for letting me know that. So I'll just kind of reset. The Lakers defense, excellent, right? Gabe Vincent, he has really shown what we want to see on the defense side of things. Gotta love it. Excellent on the defense side. But just in general, the Lakers defense in this game, I thought was spectacular. Like genuinely. I thought everyone was getting after it. D'Lo, like I said, disrupting passing lanes, active hands. I mean, he's got that 6'10" wingspan. He just doesn't have the athleticism and foot speed. But everything else, man, he's on it. And I love it. I love to see that. I love the active hands. I love the stocks. I love all those things. Again, we have the offensive identity. If we can just match the defensive identity, good luck beating this team. If we have that balance of offense, like elite level offense, and then I don't even care if we're like super elite number 1 defense. If we can at least be top 5 defense. If you have the best offense and top 5 defense, nobody's beating you. Right. So we gotta really continue to push on the defense side, continue to find our defensive identity. Obviously, a guy like Gabe Vincent, Spencer Dinwiddie getting more comfortable in that role, get Jared Vanderbilt back, all of a sudden, watch out. So I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's see. Wolves and Golden State wins next. Yes, got to keep winning. Got to win these next 4 games. I really want the Wolves game. Now, I did say that I thought that the Lakers would lose one of these 2 games. Again, I hope I am wrong. It's just really hard to win back-to-back, although the Lakers did kind of manage in several cases, kind of looked like they were coasting this game. Which I hope is the case. So that way they're fresh and they can continue to kind of pick up where they left off. I absolutely want to be wrong tomorrow. I really hope I'm wrong tomorrow. Again, if we had like a day or 2 in between, I think the Lakers run through Minnesota. The way that they're playing right now, I think they run through Minnesota. But back to back, right? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we got to get that win. And even if we do lose to Minnesota, which again, I really don't want to win all 4 games the rest of the way. But even if we do, you got to bounce back immediately, win those 3 games. You can't afford any more losses. You got, like I said, I think you got 1 loss, right? Ideally, you don't have any, right? Don't have any losses. But I think you have 1 loss and you'll still get the 1 or 2 seed. So we'll see. But diving into the next one. Let's see. Let's go Lakers. We are such a talented team. My goodness, I've been known this though. Yeah. Oh, look, the Lakers, I will take my chances against anybody. 7 seed tomorrow. Let's get it. AC baby, gotta beat Mini. Yep. Got it. Now at this point, you just gotta maintain. Gotta keep pace. Gotta stay in front. But if we win tomorrow, and the Suns beat the Pels, we're tied for the 7th seed, which is great. And we have the tiebreaker over the Pels. And if we beat them, well, currently we have the tiebreaker for the Pels. And if we beat them coming up for the last game of the season, then guess what? Lakers leapfrog them, and we're in good shape. And that'd give us a full game ahead of them. We could be in that 7th seed. I would love to play the Pelicans. Like, if we have to play in the play-in, that 7th or 8th, give me the Pelicans, right? The Lakers have done a great job of playing the Pelicans, which is crazy because the Lakers could literally play them the last game of the season and then immediately jump into it next year. Didn't that happen in the Minnesota? Wasn't that what happened last year? Didn't they play Minnesota for the last game of the season and then immediately play them for the play-in? That would be spectacular. Is my mic still good, or is Samuel just behind on the chat? Because Samuel just said he can't hear you, but I was having those problems earlier, so I just want to make sure it's good, and he's just behind. Hopefully, he's just behind. All right, I'm gonna operate as if it's still good, but somebody let me know in the chat that it's still good, because I just saw Samuel said he can't hear me, and I know I had those technical issues earlier. You're good? Okay, perfect. Just thank you so much. Appreciate you. Like I said, just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Guys are all healthy and no free throw discrepancies, excuses. Yeah, Lakers just handled business. Lakers could go to 7th. I would love it, and 6th next week. Let's get it. Like I said, again, if we get the 6th seed, beautiful. I want the 6th seed. I'm hoping for the 6th seed. I'm rooting for the 6th seed. I just don't want – a lot has to happen the rest of the way for us to get the 6th seed. Can we do it? Absolutely, right? But we need the Suns start losing some games, right? We got to at least tie the Suns because we have the tiebreaker. But also, something that everyone needs to keep in mind, we can't have any three-way ties because three-way ties go to divisions, which if it goes to divisions, the Lakers lost 4 times to Sacramento, which means we go to the bottom of that, whatever that list is. So we have to, like, if it's like, hey, we tie and with Phoenix, but like somebody else, it's tough, right? Because you don't want to end up tying and now you drop to 9th or something like that because it's a 3-way tie, right? So just something to keep in mind. But I want the 6th seed without a doubt. But it's one of those things, like if we get it, great, but don't expect it. More likely than not, 7th or 8th. Let's go get the 5th seed. Let me dream. I feel you. I'm with you, Kevin. Both teams are playing with their food in the third. Yeah, it was a sloppy third quarter, to put it nicely. Looks like the Lakers might actually end up facing the Nuggets in the first round. Hey, if we got to do that, we got to do it. Like I say, if the Lakers, let's say the Lakers get the 6th seed and they end up playing Denver in the first round, or they get the 7th seed and they play Denver in the first round, fine. So be it. I'd rather have an opportunity and a chance than not at all. Like if my options are I have to play Denver in the first round or miss the playoffs, that's a no-brainer. Give me Denver, right? Because I still believe that we have a chance. We'd never be healthier and fresher. You get like 2 or 3 days in between each game, right? On top of that, if we beat Denver, I think we run through the rest of the league, right? We're like, let's say we play the Thunder in the first round, right? I think, or let's say like Minnesota, because I think the Lakers might run through the Thunder. But let's say we play Minnesota. I could see Minnesota going 6 or 7, right? But let's say we play Denver in the first round. Let's say we beat Denver in 7, right? And our next round matchup is Minnesota. I actually think the Lakers beat Minnesota in like 5. And the reason for that is because I think that once they beat the Denver Nuggets, everything just opens up. I think the confidence, I think the hype, I think David just took down Goliath. I think we just got that monkey off of our back. The mighty have fallen, right? Especially if we do that in the first round. If we take out Denver in the first round, I think the Lakers run through everybody else, like genuinely. Like I could be wrong, but I just think that the momentum that would give you and just the confidence. I just think that the Lakers at that point, I think as long as they remain healthy throughout the playoffs, nobody's beating them. I think Denver's kind of that one hill that it's like, can the Lakers climb it? If the Lakers climb it, I think all the other hills just look like little ant hills at that point. Gabe needs more minutes. He just got back. I'm sure he will, especially Darvin Ham. He's a Darvin Ham kind of guy. But also, you got to keep in mind, like, we have a ton of guards now. So you got to kind of balance it out. Although, if Austin Reaves is playing like this, I don't think you should be playing him 33 minutes. I think I'd rather you go with Gabe, because at least if Gabe doesn't give you any offense, at least defensively, he's going to slow guys down. Win tomorrow is the 7th seed. That would be massive. Lake Show. A win is a win is a win. Great defense for most of the game. Yes, agreed. Excellent defense. Kings got the tiebreaker against the Lakers. Yes, absolutely. Which means we have to win one more game than them, which I do believe. I mean, Sacramento's probably going to drop at least 2 to maybe 4 games, right? If you look at their schedule, you got at least 2 or 3 that they'll definitely lose. So as long as the Lakers only lose 1 game the rest of the way, I think bare minimum they leapfrog Sacramento. So again, I don't want them to lose a game. I want them to sweep the board. But if we lose 1 game, don't freak out and act like the world's over. Just trust the process. Is it still possible for us to get the 6th seed? Absolutely. It is very possible. But again, a lot of things have to happen. I just don't want people to get their hopes up for the 6th seed and it doesn't happen. And now everyone's like, oh man, Lakers trash, blah, 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 right? Like, to me, if we end up in the 6th seed, great. Let's talk about it. Let's celebrate it. Let's go. But if it doesn't, then I want people to have calmed expectations. Like, okay, we're 7th, 8th. Let's win that first playing game. And that way we don't have to play 2 games going in, and then let's go on our run. Super lit. Let's go. Sorry, not that one. This one. I don't understand why they put Reaves on Mitchell at first. That was so funny to me. I mean, yeah, you could have probably masked him the other way, but look, they did a good job containing Mitchell. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. And went out 6th seed. I think if they went out, I think 6th seed is a very real chance. Very, very real chance. The legendary D'Angelo Russell set the tone with the blistering barrage of threes. Facts. Now we got to beat the Wolves. We need aggressive D'Lo, LeBron, and AD to show up. And after that, we should be fine. Agreed. You get through this Wolves game. If you win these 2 games on the back-to-back, we got, 2-3 days off? Because there's no games on Monday, because that's the national title game, right? For NCAA. So I don't think there's any games on Monday. And then I don't think we play again on Tuesday, right? So that would give us, let's double check. Let me double check that before I put that out in the ether. Sunday. Let's see. Come on. Hang on a second. There we go. Schedule. All right. So April. Yeah. So that's what it looks like. Okay. Cool. So we should be in good shape. Let's see. 9-1 in our last 10. Absolutely beautiful. Tyler, they need to stop going under on screens. Piss me off. Terrible schemes, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, depending on who it is, but yes, agreed. Got to fight through that. But it's them playing the drop coverage. I'm torn who I want to win, Suns or Pelicans. Right now, you want the Suns to win. Right? Right now what we need the Suns to beat the Pelicans, and then we need the Clippers to beat the Suns twice. And then now the landscape is really shaping up, and now we could genuinely get the 6th seed. Because the problem is that the Pelicans beat the Suns, then the Pelicans, they have to lose several games. They have to lose more games than the Suns for us to catch them. So to me, it's if the Suns beat the Pelicans, and that kind of balances out. Plus the Suns have been incredibly hot. So there is a possibility we don't catch the Suns. I definitely think we can catch the Pelicans. And I think best case scenario, we play the Pelicans in the play-in. I would rather play the Pelicans in the play-in than the Phoenix Suns, if I'm being honest. So, right, again, I'm not super sold on Phoenix winning a championship, but can they beat us 1 game? Absolutely. Can Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal torch us for a game? Absolutely, right? So 7-game series, I like our chances. In a 1-game sample size where they just need to go off and go insane, that I don't like. So personally, I think you root for the Suns to beat the Pelicans, and then you need the Clippers to handle business 2 times because they're still fighting, right? And then you kind of let the rest play out and let the cards fall where they may. Let's see. Lakers would have to win out to get the 6th seed and hope Phoenix loses some games. Yeah, agreed. That's why I'm saying, like, don't count on it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, then it's okay. We still got it. Something to note, D'Lo was actually good against ball pressure this game. They didn't have a super athletic defender, but I like the improvement. Yes, agreed. D'Lo was just good all around in this game, in my opinion. It's must win tomorrow versus the Wolves. If not, we drop to the 9th seed. Yeah, ideally, you want to get that win. Let's go get the 7th seed. Yep. I think the way the defended skilled guards is always go over and let AD handle the rest. If I'm not mistaken, didn't AD say something similar? Yes, he did. And it's an obvious solution to their guards in the league. Yes, I don't like the defense schemes at times either. I'm right there with you. Clippers and Mavericks are locked in at 4-5, but the 6th seed is very obtainable. Yes, 6th seed is very obtainable. The players stated that they don't want to look at the standings. No, I get it. Well, LeBron said that he doesn't care about the standings, that he just wants to win. But I think that this would be good for them. I do. I think this would be good to highlight and go, hey, look, show that your hard work is paying off rather than that, right? Like, because you give that visual representation, it's like, hey, here we go, right? Our hard work paid off. Don't let up. You don't want to. We finally got to the 8th seed, right? Like, last thing you want to do is drop. Do you really want to drop back down to the 9th and now we got to start all over again? No, handle business the rest of the way. Got to handle the business regardless. The fact that we got a Prince masterclass this game is so well timed. Look, I all season have been super on Prince. I have defended him. I have hyped him up. I think Prince is going to be incredibly valuable in that playoffs, right? Will he have some bad games here and there? Yes, but he has experience. He's a veteran. He's hit big shots in big games, right? I mean, he did it for the Timberwolves last year. Was hitting huge shots in the play-in, hitting huge shots against Denver, right? He's not afraid of the moment. He's just such a good threat off ball. A lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth for Taurean Prince because Darvin Ham, right? It's not because Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince has been better than we could have hoped for from him this season. He shot the ball well for the most part. Has he had stretches here and there? Yes. He's been serviceable on the defensive side. He's made some big plays. I mean, even in the in-season tournament, right? One of the big things that I love that sealed us getting into the championship against the Suns was him making that veteran play. Balls rolling out of bounds. Kevin Durant's like, oh, it's going to be our ball. They get the ball back. They might score. We might lose that game. But who gets it? Taurean Prince tracks it down, gets the ball, runs the other direction, right? Ends up sealing the game. Game's over, right? Those dirty work, hustle plays, those veteran plays, those are the things that I really like Taurean Prince for. And I think he can, hit some shots. But to me, when you play him 35, 40 minutes, that's not a good look. If he's shooting the lights out, if he's, 6 to 7 from 3, then yeah, keep him in the game. Don't take him out. But the problem is Darvin Ham, he'll be 1 of 6 and just getting torched, and it's not looking good. And Darvin Ham just will keep playing him 40 minutes. And it's like, dude, come on, right? Like, so I don't think it's anything with Taurean Prince. I just think people have a bad taste in their mouth because of Darvin Ham is what it is. We will have the 6th seed, win all 4, yes. Got to do it. Get it done. One game at a time, but let's get it. Too many things need to happen for us to get the 6th seed spot. Let's just go for the 7th seed. Well, again, don't count on it, but if it happens, great, right? That's my thoughts, right? Like, if it happens, beautiful. We got it. Let's get it. We'll celebrate it. We'll talk about it. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. 7th or 8th, go win that first play-in game. You're in the playoffs, and let's ride. Let's go win us an NBA championship. Gabe, go lock Jay Murray up. Mark my words. I would love it. As a Cavs fan, I hope to concede and say good game, Laker fans. You guys were better team today. Best of luck the rest of the way. Well, thank you, Max. Seriously, really appreciate that. This was a great game. There was multiple moments where Cavs looked like, they're running off. But yeah, I mean, Lakers did their job. Lakers did their part, right? Look, Cleveland's tough, right? They're gonna be tough, especially in the playoffs. You just need Donovan Mitchell to heal up. I think that mask and stuff, and we've seen it with plenty of players that have worn that mask. I think that mask is throwing stuff off. So hopefully he can heal up by the playoffs and be good to go. When Vando comes back, it's over. We need Kings to lose tomorrow, Pelicans to lose versus Suns, and we get Pelicans last game for the tiebreaker. Exactly. That's kind of what I want to see play out. Tomorrow's game is at 9 Central, yes, which is 7 p.m. Pacific time. I got a drink for Dr. Pepper's after that win. Let's go Lakers. Kimberly got DP right here. Nothing. Once it hits your lips. Let's see. Gabe has been garbage. He has not been garbage. There's more to basketball than scoring. He's been far from garbage. He's been exactly what we need him to be. Exactly what we need him to be. Must win game tomorrow. Yes, agreed. We can and will beat the Nuggets this season. I agree. I think we will too. Unfortunately, Dinwiddie will have to be a 3-and-D on offense. It sucks, but I think that's just what it's going to be. We have so many players that can score. I agree. I'm not a big fan of it, but nonetheless, yes, I agree. I think going forward, his impact will be on defense. He has the most athletic type available, so it's fine if that's the case. Yeah, I think that's what he'll be. You know, hopefully he can hit the occasional three, right? Give us something on offense. I'd like him to be a little more aggressive when he has the basketball, right? Instead of him like looking for his shot, a lot of times he kind of just like looks to give the ball up. I'd rather him kind of be aggressive, and then if the cutter or the open man is open and you drop, then go ahead, kick it out. But if it's not, then take him on an island, right? I wonder how much of that is because of the Brooklyn Nets. So there was a report a couple weeks ago that said Brooklyn refused to let him run pick and roll and refused to let him go one-on-one. So I wonder if that habit is just kind of transferred over to the Lakers because, again, there's a lot of times like he's kind of playing like he did in Brooklyn last year where he's not really being aggressive. I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive. Go find your shot, right? Like that's what I want to see. Ermin coming in hot with $2. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Who will be in the rotation if we reach the playoffs? Current starting five, so D'Lo, Reaves, Rui, LeBron, AD. Then I think once you get to the bench, I think one will be matchups, two will be kind of balanced, right? So I think definitely you'll see Gabe Vincent, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Vanderbilt if he's healthy. Right, those will be your three key defensive pieces off the bench. And then outside of that, I think you'll get sparing minutes from Jackson Hayes, although I don't think you'll get a ton. I think he'll just kind of be the reliever for Anthony Davis for 8 to 10 minutes at most. Anthony Davis is probably going to play 40 minutes a game once we get to the playoffs. So my guess is that it'll probably be those four guys. And then from there, I think you'll get spot minutes with Taurean Prince because, again, his three-point shooting is very valuable. If Christian Wood comes back at some point, I think you get some. I would actually, depending on the matchup, play Christian. Like if we play the Thunder, I'd actually play Christian Wood over Jackson Hayes. But my guess is it'll be our starting five and then our three key defensive guys. And then you'll have like little spot minutes for Prince, little spot minutes for Jackson Hayes. Kind of like what we've seen the last like 10 games, where it's like the starting five is playing heavy minutes and then everyone else is kind of trickling in minutes here and there. But I think it'll be even more, right? I think like LeBron and AD are probably going to play 40 minutes a game. D'Lo probably plays 40 minutes a game. Reaves probably plays 40 minutes a game. So everyone else will just kind of be like, whatever, like 8 to 10 minutes a game will probably be how it goes. It's probably my guess. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Seriously. Let's see. Where were we? I was here, I think. Gabe doesn't get any points because they don't pass it to him or he doesn't have an open look. Yeah. Again, I'd like to, when he does have the ball, I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive, be a little more active on the offense side. We're the A seed. Let's go. Yes, I'm right there with you, Mr. 81. Great moment. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Got to keep it up, though. Cannot take your foot off the gas. I can't wait until Vando and Cam comes back. We need to not rush Vando back. We got to have him 100%. Agreed. I'd rather take your time with him, right? Obviously, I want him back as soon as possible because if he can get a couple games under his belt, great, right? Because the more opportunities he has, the better he'll be come the postseason. But I'd rather you play him sparingly in the playoffs and, take your time getting him back healthy than like rush him back. He ends up getting hurt. Now he misses. Now we don't have him at all. It's really nice that this game was early and the Lakers got a comfy win because they need to rest against the Timberwolves tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Now they got a little extra break. I know the Lakers have Anthony Davis and LeBron, but I think that Russ is the X factor for you guys. I agree. And I've talked heavily about that this year. If he is able to get his offense going, the Lakers are a much different team. Yeah. I mean, the Lakers are 1-5 without D'Angelo Russell. And it's because, and the only one that we won was because Spencer Dinwiddie basically played the D'Lo role perfectly that game. Outside of that, like D'Lo is our third most important player. I've talked about it heavily. I've said that pretty much all season. And then I've even argued that Vando might end up being our fourth most important player just because of what he can do on both sides of the basketball. I know he's not looked at as a huge offensive threat, but the live ball turnovers, the offensive rebounds, the defensive rebounds, Lakers are doing an excellent job of with the offense that they're running the 5 out, kind of getting him in actions to be an effective offense player. They're gonna be good. But D'Lo is kind of the glue that puts it all together. His playmaking ability, his shooting, it's great. We showed up. I love it. For tomorrow, do we want the Suns to win for us to get 7 seed, or do we want the Pelicans to win a chance at the 6 seed? We want the Suns to win, in my opinion. Like I said, you have the Suns beat the Pelicans. Now we very likely, if we handle business and we win that Pelicans game, we're in the 7 seed. Right? Because look, the Suns could lose to the Pelicans and we could still not get the 6 seed. And now we're the 8 seed or, maybe even the 9. Where to me, if the Suns handle business, beat the Pelicans, now we have a real opportunity for the 7 seed. You just got to handle business against them that final game of the season. If you do that, you're the 7 seed. You probably play the Pelicans in that first play-in game. And you'd have home court, right? So you'd be at home against the Pelicans, and I think the Lakers can run through the Pelicans, right? So to me, it's that, and then you just trust that the Suns, like the Clippers, end up beating them twice because the Clippers need to start winning some games here. They got a couple other matchups that you just kind of are like, okay, hopefully they take some L's in other places, and then maybe we can get the 6 seed. So we'll see. Gabe's defense changed the tone in the third. Yep. Gabe's defense is elite, which is why I have said we needed him badly. Let's see. Call Dorian Prince Darvinham's baby daddy, please. He is. He's baby daddy. Let's focus on the positives. Absolutely. I think if the Lakers win tomorrow, at worst, they get the 7th or 8th seed. The way the Pels are imploding, yes. Win tomorrow, and I think bare minimum, that's where they're at too. Let's see. Them haters keep moving the goalposts. Got to win tomorrow. But people said we should trade AD, but Lakers put their trust in him offseason, add another big to him, and it's go time. Yeah, you're not trading Anthony Davis. Austin Reaves' defense has improved. Agreed. And I've talked about that heavily these last 10 games or so. It's one of the big things I've highlighted. I really like how Austin Reaves has been on the defense side. He's been getting after it. He's not getting beat every possession. Is he still having moments here and there? Yes, absolutely. But for the most part, he's done a much better job of staying in front of guys, moving his feet well. You like to see it, right? Because we need him. If his offense isn't doing well and he's getting cooked on the defensive side every possession, he's unplayable. I mean, there have been literal games this season where he is unplayable. And it's like, why is he playing 35 minutes? But when his shot isn't falling, his ability to make plays and defend, now you can keep him on the basketball court without having to sacrifice anything. And it's not this terrible, man, he's been terrible. Right? So if he can continue to improve and play, I don't need him to be elite. Just be serviceable. Just hold your own on the defensive side 9 out of 10 times. And the Lakers will be in very good shape. Gabe, Spence, Vando has to start with D'Lo against good teams, regardless of if he picks it back up. We need to balance against good teams. It's the obvious choice. Look, I've talked heavily about that I think that you need to get Vando, Gabe, or Spence in the starting lineup at some point. I do have concerns about the starting 5 come the playoffs. Right now, it looks great, and Lakers are running through teams. The offense is ridiculous, but what does it look like when you start playing elite offenses, playoffs after playoffs and whatnot? So I have some reservations about it, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Um, Clippers are going to sell twice to the Suns, so Lakers don't get the 6 seed. Trust. I mean, it's very possible, but I mean, they could end up falling, not in the play-in, but they could end up falling to 16 and end up playing Denver in the first round, right? Like, do that. Is that something that they want to do? I think that they win at least one of them. Let's see. Great Lakers win. We need to stop the turnover and stop relaxing once we get the big leads. Lakers have finally turned the corner and look playoff ready. Ham even called a good timeout. Yeah, so he had that one where they cut it to 10, and I was like, finally, good time. I didn't like the one where they went and tied the game on 11-0 run. That one, it's like, come on, man. Like, when they got that to 5, you should have called the timeout. But I thought he did a better job the rest of the way. I kind of felt like he learned, okay, like maybe I shouldn't allow that again. Then they had that stretch where they pushed it to like, what was it, 16? And then Lakers let it get back to like 10 or whatever. And then he called that timeout. And I was like, there you go. See, look, you can do it. You can do it. Let's see. People who've said trade AD need to turn in Laker fans guard the FX. We need to stop the turnovers. Ham even called some good timeouts. Yeah, we got to stop the turnovers. Agreed. Gabe just slides his feet so well. It covers for everyone else. Yeah, agreed. And with Anthony Davis, you just need guys to be serviceable, right? I can't wait to see like the pesky lineups out there where like you have like, Gabe, Spence, Vando, and an AD with like maybe a Rui at the 4 or something, or like LeBron. Like I would love a lineup like that where you're just like locked in defensively. Lakers, they should bet we make the 6 seed. I would love that. Let's get it. When was the last time we were in 8th? I don't think we have been. I mean, technically I think we were like 4th at one point early in the season, but yeah, it's been a very, very long time. Boston almost sold us, yes. If we win by double figures, I'm not going to complain too much about the turnovers. Yeah, but it's not so much about these games. It's about when you get to the playoffs. It's about the bad habits. You don't want to build the bad habits. You don't want to get in the habit of like, oh, it's okay, we can turn the ball over 17 times and we still can blow teams out. No, it's like you need to take care of the basketball. You need to do those things. It's not about right now. You can get away with that in the regular season. Not going to be – you turn the ball over 16 times at Denver, you're losing by 30, right? Like, so you just can't do that stuff. Was December 9th. That was the last time? Yeah, it's been quite a while. When Vando comes back, Austin goes to the bench. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I've talked about that heavily. I really like the idea of inserting Vando into the starting lineup, going big. Look, one of the things that I've talked about heavily is when we get to the playoffs, because again, I have my concerns about the starting 5 in the playoffs. Regular season, it looks great, but we've seen against Phoenix, Sacramento, Denver, we've seen against teams that have multiple offensive threats, they just target Rui and Austin Reaves every possession, and they get their buckets, right? So to me, I think when you get to the playoffs, which I don't think Darvin Ham's going to do. I think Darvin Ham sticks with the starting 5, if I'm being honest. But if it was me, what I would do is I would try to inject D'Angelo Russell. I would move LeBron to the 3, put Rui at the 4. Rui's better rebounding, better defensively, and he's a bigger mismatch at the 4 because that's his proper position. He's also like 3 rebounds better a game, so he'd help with the defensive glass and the rebounding on the glass and the offensive glass, but also still maintain and be a threat. The other thing is LeBron. In the regular season, I get it. He's old, ancient. You don't want him chasing around young athletic wings for 82 games, 30 minutes. But now it's the playoffs, baby. If it was me, I'd be telling LeBron, look, dude, we're here. It's the playoffs. I need the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes. We'll get you minutes at the 4. Don't worry. We'll do some lineups where, Rui's at the 3, you're at the 4. But to start the game and to set the tone, and at the end of the game, to close the game, I need you at the 3, and I need you locking down on the defensive side. Because now, if you move Rui to the 4, you insert Jared Vanderbilt, and you have LeBron James. Now you have D'Lo, Vando, LeBron, Rui, and Anthony Davis. Now you have the athleticism, you have the defense, you have the size, you have the rebounding. And one of the big issues, even in this game, you watching this game, a lot of the offensive rebounds we give up is the lack of foot speed. It's just the opposing team chasing down loose balls. But if you have LeBron and Jared Vanderbilt, guess what? Now you have the foot speed to go chase down those loose basketballs. And then you have Rui and Anthony Davis down low that can be scoring threats. Rui and Anthony Davis can both step out, so you can draw up the defense. Everything on the offensive side, I think, would be the same. The Lakers did an excellent job of making Jared Vanderbilt an offensive threat too. You just have him as the screener and the slip. You have him just running and just keeping the defense on their toes. I think you'd have similar to, if not the same level of offensive production, but I think you'd be much better defensively. I think you'd be rebounding better. I think it'd just be a better mismatch. And now you have that point of attack guy and Jared Vanderbilt. You got good size. That's what I would do personally, but just that. Let's see. All right. Let me get through. I'm at the audio gone part, so let's get through that. All right. Cleveland, this is for LA. That's good. It's a great one. Feels like players kind of moved on from him and look towards LeBron. AR is 429 from deep. Yeah, it's been rough, man. It's been rough. Imagine Karl Anthony Towns returns. Dude, I joked about that in the last live stream. The other day, I was like, Karl Anthony Towns is probably going to come back, right? Like, it's crazy. I don't think it will happen, but I wouldn't be shocked at all. But damn, his defense really went back up yet. Again, he's been very good defensively. Very good defensively. I love to see it. Pelicans, we are coming. Facts. I think we'll win tomorrow. I think so, too. I hope so. All right. If Phoenix beats the Pels tomorrow, we're the 7th seed, and they play before we do. Yes, let's get it. Kakarot. Nuggets losing on purpose to get the 3rd seed to go against the Lakers and avoid the Suns. Hey, you never know. Never know. They did just sweep us, so they're probably pretty confident. And they've swept us in the regular season. So if I was Denver, and I'm being honest, I'd be pretty confident against the Lakers too. Right? Like, it's just the reality. But how do you slap that confidence out of their mouths? You go in and you beat them. If our our 4 top 3-point guys stay at 39%, we go deep. But if Taurean Prince, D'Angelo Russell fall below 37%, we're out in the first round. Yeah, 3-point shooting is going to be key without a doubt. Now, Nuggets was starting to tank to avoid us because we could end up in the 8th. But if we move to the 7th or 6th, Nuggets going to start playing serious watch. I sure hope so. That just shows you how much the weak the East is. Cavs have 1 game over the Lakers, but they are the 30 seed. Yeah, look, if the Lakers were you look at a great example is as the Milwaukee Bucks, right? If you look at their game stats all season, they're nearly identical. The Lakers have been better in the offense, defense, I think, but as far as games played against top teams, et cetera, they're nearly identical. The Lakers would probably be the 2 seed. The only reason that the Lakers are where they're at and the Bucks are where they at is because 1, they play in the Eastern Conference, and 2, they've had about 7 more easier opponents because the East has been so bad. So they're playing those teams 4 times rather than the Lakers playing, Denver and Phoenix and all this stuff 4 times. So literally that's the only difference. If the Lakers were in the East, they'd be a top 2 seed. Without a doubt. They would be the Milwaukee Bucks, but better. Surprisingly, I think the Nuggets are a tougher opponent than the Celtics for the Lakers since the Celtics don't have a Jokic type player. I think so too. And the Celtics, 1, how's their mental toughness? And 2, they love to shoot themselves out of a game. A great example is the Lakers when the Lakers beat them without LeBron and AD. Boston should have beaten us by 40 with the talent they had. They had everyone play. And why did we beat them? Yes, the Lakers did their part. Austin Reaves was spectacular. Jared Vanderbilt was amazing in that game. But it was also the Boston Celtics shot 42 or 43 threes and shot 30%. They literally shot themselves out of the game rather than going, they don't have Anthony Davis. Let's just exploit them. A great example of that was when Anthony Davis sat and the Spurs beat us or the Rockets beat us. Remember when the Rockets beat us by 30 or whatever it was? It's because they didn't take threes. They literally just put their head down and went to the basket every possession, right? You got no Anthony Davis. You have no rim protection, right? So Boston, I still am not 100% sold on Boston making it to the finals, right? Look, should they? Will they? Probably. But it's one of those things like every year they're in the conference final. Every year they're the best team in the league. And every year they find a way to choke it. Jason Tatum disappears in a big game, right? It's just like, until you prove it to me, I just can't believe in you. Same thing with the Clippers. Every year the Clippers have a top team. Every year it's the Clippers year for like 10 years, dating back to Lob City. Every year the Clippers are going to be this, that, and the other. And every year the Clippers fumble, right? Like, those are the two teams that until I see you do it, I just can't believe in you. Would have loved to have Vando come back this game, and hopefully he can at least return against the Warriors. That's the hope. He's supposed to be reevaluated early this coming week, so we'll see. If the Lakers stay focused and execute down the stretch, I believe they can beat the Nuggets. Oh, Ham doesn't get out-coached yet. Hit that like button. Yes, thank you so much. Seriously, Martin, I appreciate that. Yeah, take a quick second. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Getting closer and closer to 20K. I'm like 340 away, something like that. So we're almost there. There's at least 50 of you that aren't subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Good win. Yes. Agreed, Stakes. Do we want the Suns to beat the Pelicans? Yes, we do. You are the Lakers fan therapist. They lose their minds from a loss. Well, thank you, G-Man. Yeah, like I said, I always try to have cooler heads prevail, right? I talk about it all the time, the pendulum swing. When the Lakers win, they're the best team in the world. No one's going to beat them. They're NBA champions. No one can stop them. And the Lakers lose one game. It's like, oh, Lakers are trash. You trade LeBron, trade Anthony Davis. You gotta find that balance. You gotta find that. You gotta be in here rather than here or here, right? Like I said earlier when I started the stream, I am pumped. I am excited. We're finally in the AC. All our hard work is paid off, but I still need to see more. We're not there yet. I want to keep it going, but I appreciate you. Let's go Lakers. Yes. Pelicans got the Suns tomorrow. We have a chance to move in the 7th. I love it. Did Gabriel trap you at TV land with Dr. Sexy? You're not Dr. Sexy. Dr. Sexy. Where's Cowboy? I'm telling you, supernatural references are always the best. Best case, Suns lose. You are not thinking. No. Best case is, again, the Pelicans. The Suns could lose tomorrow, and we could still not catch them. Or, even worse, we could end up in a 3-way tie, and the Lakers end up falling down and could potentially fall in a 9th. So, no. It's not that I'm not thinking. It's that I am thinking because I have all the data. I have all the numbers. I know what is the best route for the Lakers. Now, is it possible the Suns lose and that doesn't happen? Yes. But best odds right now for the Lakers to not stumble into tiebreakers and to end up bare minimum finishing 7th or 8th is the Suns beat the Pelicans and then the Suns lose like the Clippers and everyone else handle their way. Again, you got to look at the whole picture. A lot of people don't understand tiebreakers and understand where it goes if there's 3-way ties and all that stuff, right? People think, oh, Lakers, they finish with the Suns and they finish with the Pelicans. They have the tiebreaker, right? They leapfrog both of them. No, it goes into divisions, right? Lakers lost to Sacramento 4 times. That means no matter what, they're going to drop to the end of that totem pole every time. So, again, it depends on how things shape up, right? Need to finish 7th or 8th seed at least. Agreed. We have the talent in most places, but my main concern is coaching. Let's be honest. Absolutely. But like we saw last year, Darvin Ham looked good in the playoffs, primarily because they're going to do the same thing. Same thing as like the in-season tournament. You put LeBron and AD on the block, everything runs through them, and you don't really have to do much, right? You just kind of trust LeBron and AD to take you where you want to go. Suns have a brutal schedule ahead. They will lose against the Clippers at least once. I think they lose to the Clippers at least once too. Who's Darvin Ham's baby daddy? Torian Prince. Go get the 7th seed. Yes, agreed. Reaves shouldn't be allowed to keep playing when he's turning it over and not playing when he's playing bad, he's gotta do it. Yeah, it's crazy. He's been great for us. Dr. Pop is superior. Gabe hasn't gained the team's trust. Yeah, he just got back. He'll get there. Play to his strengths. D'Lo and Dinwiddie start while Reaves and Gabe come off the bench. I think so too. Because another big thing too is if you look at Austin Reaves' stats this year off the bench, He's been much more efficient, much more efficient. He's giving you the same point production, the same everything, but he's been much more. His shooting percentage from three, from foul line, from 2-point range, everything has been much more efficient. Why? Because he's playing against bench units. Right? He's playing against bench defense. That would raise our bench scoring. I think so too. I think only play D'Lo and Reaves together if they are both in the offense flow. Both our defenses are poor. Yes. You guys got to stop trashing on Gabe. He's doing his job, his own job after his injury. Look at his defense. You fans got to understand. Yeah, exactly. Agreed. One question for Laker Damas coming soon. Yes. Let's see. Tyler, I'm curious. Where do you think the team ceiling would be and their current seed if they landed Bruce Brown last summer and got Landale instead of Hayes? Both were guys I wanted. Well, Bruce Brown was headed to the Lakers until Indiana gave him that huge contract. Instead of Gabe Vincent, we were supposed to get Bruce Brown. If we had Bruce Brown and Landale rather than Jackson Hayes, I don't think we're in the play-in right now. I think we're top 60 because Bruce Brown would have solved so many of our problems. One, I don't think Austin Reaves would be starting. I think Austin Reaves would probably be coming off the bench. So I think our bench offense would be better. I think Bruce Brown being that point of attack, being able to defend, I just think the Lakers would be much better. I think one, the likelihood of us winning a championship would be higher, and two, I think that we would have won more games. Like that 3-10 stretch, I don't think would have been a 3-10 stretch. I think that 3-10 stretch would have been, maybe 5-8 or whatever, right? Which would be the difference right now of us being in the 6th seed. Right? I think bare minimum we're top 6 seed. Bare minimum, personally. Great question, Bo. I think Suns low-key can smoke Denver. They can. They have the offensive firepower. I think D'Lo is underappreciated. He can play off ball and much better defense than Young. There is no reason to spend $40 million on someone undersized, bad defense. That's kind of my concern. That's why I'm not big on the whole Trae Young thing, but just fit and various things. Again, we'll see if it happens. Cool. We'll be excited. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down. But do you think Nets surprise game against Sacramento? Sac on the road. I mean, is it possible? Yeah, absolutely. My concern is that Brooklyn has nothing to play for now, right? Brooklyn literally they're officially eliminated from the play-in, so they have nothing to play. So do they kind of just like lay down, or do they try to play upset for some teams? If they try to play upset for some teams, then yeah, absolutely, I think the Nets can beat them. Sacramento, they're vulnerable right now. I think they start getting in their own heads and whatnot. I think that could happen 100%. And they get Marcus Morris at a buyout market instead of Dinwiddie. Is this Brown-Landale scenario for additional wing depth? And yes, I'm aware Indiana. Okay. So yeah, I'm just curious to hear what you think. Okay, cool. I just answered it. Yeah. Let's see. Came here to hear you say bye. Not yet. I'm going to go probably about 10 more minutes. But we're getting there. Oh, snap. Why did I Lee Trash? What? How was Lee Trash? Lee Trash. First off, Motorsport, appreciate you. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been, buddy? It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well. But yeah, Lee Trash. The turnovers have been driving me crazy. But I love that the Lakers are winning, right? He's got to do a better job to take care of the basketball, though. But great to see you, man. Really do appreciate you. All right, where was I in the chat? Let's see. Oh, here it was. I hate when it resets like that. Good win, Lake Show. Yes, I'm right there with you. Hey, Tyler. I'm a young Laker fan, and I started watching the Lakers around 2017, 2018 when we had Lonzo Ball. So the only sort of success I've witnessed from this team was in 2020. And even then, that championship didn't feel real because of the bubble. So tell me, Tyler, what were your golden days like as a vet Laker fan? I grew up in the 90s. So I had like the tail end of like the Magic days, going into, some bad stretches. But and then the Kobe and Shaq days and all that stuff, and then into the other Kobe Gasol days and stuff. I mean, there's just moments of just brilliance where it really just like sucks you in, right? Like those years were some of the best years ever for Lakers basketball, and I'm blessed to be old enough to have witnessed a lot of that stuff. And so I mean, it was a lot of fun. I like to see like watching that Sacramento game live, right? Like where Shaq, Kobe lobs it up to Shaq and he hits it. Like those moments, being hyped, like you know, uh, even in like 2010 stuff like that, 29, 2010, right? Watching those games in real time, watching them, like it was so surreal, especially like watching Kobe and all that stuff, like growing up and seeing that. It was special, right? Like watching the Kobe and Jordan battles and Jordan's Bulls and all those things. Like it was awesome. It was awesome. But look, we'll have more years. You're young, which is good. So that means you'll get to experience your own type of moments like that. You'll get to, Lakers go on a crazy historic run this year. Guess what? You get to relive that. If they do it next year, whatever, there's going to be moments. Lakers throughout history have done a very good job of not staying down for long. So should be in good shape. All right, let's see. I feel like I'm almost at the end of the chat. So here, let me see if I can power through some of these. Real quick, Motorsport coming out, $2 super chat. I missed the watch alongs. 80 is the man. Motorsport. First off, I'm most likely going to bring the watch alongs back for the playoffs. So look forward to that. I definitely know. Yeah, you missed the watch. Lots of people have been like, "Hey, we need to do the watch alongs again." Definitely do that. I want to do that. It's just a couple things like who was JJ might have been the one that asked me. She was asking me, why I stopped it. One, it's hard, like with family and stuff like that, to basically invest 6 hours to doing a live stream, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love being able to communicate all that stuff. Another thing though, too, is like the show out for those watch along streams. It was like impacting. So I'm hoping because it's the playoffs, it'll probably pick up a little more. People want to hang out more. I'll probably market it and advertise it a little more. So hopefully we get some good turnouts because it was like affecting these streams, like the post game streams. So like I do that stream and then we do the post game stream and it just the analytics and the numbers just weren't great. So if I'm being honest, and obviously I want to do this for a living, so I gotta kind of go where the audience is, to an extent. I like to do stuff my own way. I like to do my own thing, like even like this with the chat. Like I don't only answer super chats. I talk to everyone in the chat. So I definitely try to do things to connect and stuff like that. And I do love the watch alongs. But if it starts impacting other things in other areas, it's like I can't really, like I don't want to screw something that's working well for something that's just not, right? In the hopes that maybe it'll work well, right? So if I can get better balance and better turn, I'm not saying I have to have like 300 people in that watch along stream or anything, but like there were times where we'd have like 20 and it's like and then we'd go to the post game stream, and because YouTube was marketing and pushing out that watch along stream because because that one ended, right, and it was like no one's really watching the stream, so it wouldn't push out the watch along or the post game stream, just to give you some clarity because I believe in transparency, so I want to be honest, be clear, right? So just something to keep in mind. But I'm hoping I want to do it again in the post game or in the playoffs because I'm hoping that more people will be invested watching, kind of test it a couple times and see how it goes. But again, appreciate you, Motorsport. Tyler, we did it 2 months being one of the best and moved up one big spot. Yes, got to keep it up. Got to keep it up. Can't take your foot off the gas. Why did Bruce Brown pay Bruce Brown $22 million? Who does that? Suns have coaching to beat Denver to unlock players' defense, unlike him. Yeah. Well, first off, Indiana did it as kind of like a placeholder for trades and just the finances. So that was one of the things. How do I send a super chat? Well, first off, the fact that you even want to do that, I really appreciate that. Thank you. So like if you look at if you're looking at a computer or phone, like where you go to leave your comment, you look over to the right, you'll see like a square with like a little money symbol on it. If you click that, that'll take you to like the little things, and then you can pick the amount that you want to give, whatever it is. I appreciate whatever amount. Seriously, it helps out a ton. And then you can leave the comment in that super chat, and then there you go, and then just send it off that way. Again, don't feel obligated, but if you do, I greatly appreciate it. Seriously, thank you. I thought this was a versatile win. Yes, agreed. What's up, Andrew? Or Andre, sorry. I read that wrong. I read that terribly wrong. Andre, sorry about that. What's up? The Suns are playing great right now. I agree. Let's go Lakers. Yep. LeBron didn't give a post-game interview. Did he not? Really? Huh, interesting. Maybe he's just locked in and focused. Lakers win again. You got to love it. Do you like how LeBron and D'Lo have built their chemistry? I love the way that their two-man game has been special. Like, they've been really good in their two-man game. Completely destroyed the Cavs offense. 6 blocks, 3 steals, and how many deflections he had was ridiculous. Wait, Tyler, is that Dr. Pepper? It is. It is. It absolutely is. Cheers. I'm still waiting for that Dr. Pepper sponsorship. Hey, Chet, am I the only one here that jumped on the 50-1 championship odds? Let me know. I'm not alone. I haven't yet. I really want to, but I want to make sure that they're not the 9th or 10th seed first before I jump on them. But I do. I definitely want to do that. But hey, man, let's get this bag. If you do watch alongs during the playoffs, I'll be sure to join. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. That's my hope, is that like it's more, because not everyone watches the everyday games, but like the playoff games, more people are usually locked in. So I'm hoping that that'll be a little better. Keep the foot on the gas. Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you. Let's see. Big win. Let's go. I think we can get it done tomorrow as well. What do you think? I absolutely think we can get it done. Now, I did have the Lakers, if I'm being honest, right? I did have the Lakers. The 3 games I had them losing was the Milwaukee Bucks, which I was wrong. They got it. I love it. I always love when I'm wrong, and the Lakers, it benefits the Lakers, right? So what's wrong about that game? I called the Indiana Pacers game, the road game was the one that I said that I thought that they drop on the road. They did. So I was right there. And then I said they'd lose one of the Cavs or the Timberwolves. Again, please let me be wrong. I would love to come on here tomorrow for the post-game stream and be like, yes, right, I was wrong. Don't listen to me. I say it all the time. I hope the Lakers are like, that guy, Tyler, he's a goober, right? Like, don't listen to him. Let's go get this W, right? I will gladly be wrong. Do you have a Discord? I do not. I do not have a Discord. I've had people ask me. I just don't have the time to like maintain it and follow it. And like, I've seen too many stories of like people just like, oh, I'll just let the mods do it and just kind of do it randomly here and there. And it just like goes to dog doo-doo. I do want to do a Discord eventually, but I gotta get to a better position personally. So I'm trying to like build the YouTube thing, kind of one thing at a time. Right? Like, let me build the YouTube thing. Like, even merch. Like, I have people ask me all the time about merch and, am I ever going to do channel memberships and things like that? And I do. I want to do that, of course, right? Look, I'm trying to do this for a living, if I'm being honest, right? So anything that can put some money in my pocket to help me grow and build and provide for my family and all that stuff, then yeah, right? That's the goal, for being honest, right? So, but I also understand that everything's a process. I understand everything takes time. I want everything that I do to be worth it. I also want everything to be valued, right? I don't want you just to, give me some money just to give me some money. And it's like, yeah, thank you, sucker. Like, no, I want it to be something where it's like, man, he's only charging, 20 for that. I would pay 50, right? Like, or whatever. He's doing, this channel membership thing is like $10, man. Like, I'd pay 20 for it, right? Like, I want there to be value. I don't want to be one of those creators that are just like, yeah, support me. Here you go. Like, and I've had people be like, oh, why don't you just do like the base tier where it's like basically just like a donation? But to me, it's like, that's what super chats are for, right? Like, if you want to just, hey, great work. I love your work. Super chat, right? So again, everything I want to do, I'm planning on growing. I'm planning on building. I'm planning on expanding and doing different things. Looking to try to get an editor on very soon. I got a buddy of mine that's supposed to help out in that regard. So hopefully I can start upgrading certain things, kind of focus a little more, kind of build and grow. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate you mentioning that. But just to give some clarity and some transparency. Look, I've also only been doing it. It hasn't even been, or it's been barely a year and a half. I've only been doing this for a year and a half, right? So I was blessed to have this just like boom, this huge spike in success, or what I think is huge spike in success, right? Like I went from 0 to like almost 20,000, which I'm almost at 20,000. So hit that subscribe button. But yeah, I went from like 0 to nearly 20,000 in like a year and a half, a year and some change. So the fact that I've had such huge growth so fast, like I just want to pace myself. I want to, I've upgraded my content, got better mics, got better cameras, right? Doing better videos. I feel like, but I want to keep improving. I want you to see the incremental climbs. But anyway, LeBron Jack too much. You could tell he was off after the second three. First one was pretty. Second one was trash. Then he had no energy in the third. Gave up the lead as soon as he picked it up again. Pulled away again. ISO slowed offensive production. Yeah, he wasn't his normal self today, but he's been good for the most part, man, this year. So I can't really knock him too much. But the turnovers have driven me crazy. Timothy, you got to be more creative than that. EFX. Like, we all love a good troll, but like, come on, if you're gonna troll, you gotta Kyrie standards, right? Like, see, the problem is this channel has a bar. This channel now has a bar of like what trolling should be, and it's just, can anyone live up to that? That's the question. Can anyone live up to the standards of Tyrese? Like, Tyrese has set the bar, right? Fair for Gabe comments, but if he becomes a zero offensive player when he's of no use, I hope we see offense from him before the season's out, because I think he scores 2 points since he's came back. Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to see him find some offensive flow, and I do think once he gets back, he'll be in a bigger role. I'm sure he'll have those games where it'll be great. Like, but to me, it's just, you got to give it time. These bots lack creativity, man. It sucks. Yeah, again, Tyrese set the bar. He set the standards. He did. Let's see. In my opinion, Lakers have found their groove to the point where I have expectations for them again. I expect them to win tomorrow because without Cat, the Lakers are a better team. I agree. Let's get it. Time to start a Lakers OnlyFans to put money in the pocket. Yeah. You know what I've actually thought about, like, instead of doing like a Patreon or channel membership, like do an OnlyFans just for fun, just be like us. That way I could just say subscribe to my OnlyFans every time. But like, I don't know if YouTube will I don't know if it'll like mess up with my AdSense, right? Like, so like if I'm just like mentioning OF every 10 minutes, like waiting for those Tyler emojis for the chat. I appreciate it. I really do. Like I said, I do want to get there, but again, I want everything to have value. I don't want to just like, oh, give me money just to give me money, right? Like I don't like that, right? So I don't want to, I mean, obviously I want to make money, right? Everyone does, but I don't want to feel like, I don't ever want to get to the point where I feel like I'm doing stuff just for the money. Like I want to keep it based. I want to add value. I want to have good things, right? Like I don't want to be one of those guys where it's like, ah, man, like, like I don't really like, people like, oh, he sold out. Like, yeah, of course he did. Right? Like if I get a big bag, like, yeah, but no, in all seriousness though, like it's just, I want to keep it, keep it within frame, but value. I'm just really big on value. Motorsport coming in hot. LeBron didn't even play up to par. Still 24-12 GOAT. He's ridiculous, man. I mean, he just walks into 20, right? Like he wasn't even, yeah, you're right. Like he wasn't on par, but like he still was like LeBron James, right? It's crazy how that guy can just like show up and it's just a walking 20 piece. Like it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Let's see. I appreciate you, Motorsport. 7th place, here we come. We're right there. How about my boy D'Lo? D'Lo has been A1. A1. Any reason LeBron didn't give a post-game interview? I think he's hurt after the block into the cameraman. I'm hoping that's all it is. I'm hoping he just like, just getting checked out, make sure things good. I don't know. I don't think it's anything like significant, Tyrese, a 5-tier troll. We love him. Yeah, dude, he's like a a stable member in this community. He's just like, he's the gold standard, right? He's the Michelin 5-star. He is everything that you want. Shout out TP. He makes me so mad sometimes, but he's one of the biggest reasons we won today. Thank you, TP. And who should we lose tomorrow, Suns or Pelicans? I say Pelicans because if they win, 17. Yes, agreed. Pelicans. If the Pelicans lose, then we're there, 7th seed. Where the Suns, they could lose and we still could not catch them. Where like your hope is that the Pelicans lose. Now you basically caught them. You just have to win the last game of the season, and then the Phoenix Suns end up losing to 3 of the other teams ahead. So that's the idea. The type of OnlyFans where you make it look like you take your clothes off, but it is a green screen that the Lakers logo. I'm telling you, that'd be hilarious. OnlyFans is saying, yeah. As it stands, the Lakers are still trash. Again, come on, raise the bar, trolls. Come on, you can't come into this chat all week. It's so disappointing, man. Like, we have a guy in Tyrese that really brings it. I mean, you want to talk about GOATs? Tyrese is the GOAT. That guy brings it 110% every time he's in this chat. He's the gold standard of trolls. And we have people like you that are just coming here like, Lakers trash. Like, go touch grass. Like, relax, man. Like, come on. If you're going to bring it, bring it. Quit playing around. And it's not even about spamming or anything like that. It's the dedication. If you're going to be a troll, be the best. Take some pride. I'm sick of seeing these just terrible trolls. And we have a guy like Tyrese that's out here just putting in work, right? Like, come on, work harder. God, be better. Sorry, had to get that out, man. These trolls are just so disappointing. Come on, do your job. Come on. The fact we're hearing this about LeBron with 24 and 12 on 50% field goals to stay, like I get 5 turnovers was a lot, but the stat line is somewhat elite. Yeah, it just shows you how great LeBron is, right? It's like, I mean, a bad game for him is like historically great for some people. Put the channel memberships on the channel. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'd like to do. See, the reason, but here's the thing. So for those that don't know, so the reason a lot of people have Patreon and not channel membership is because YouTube takes so much. Like Patreon takes, I think it's like 4% or something like that, whatever. Like YouTube takes like 30%. Like they take a ton. And it's because it's more convenient, right? Like even super chats. Like, so if you give me a $10 super chat, I don't get the full $10. I only get a percentage of that, right? Even if you leave like super thanks, right? Like, cause you can like leave a comment with the super chat, right? In like a regular video, not in the live stream, in like a regular video, like even those, like there's like YouTube takes their Uncle Sam, right? Like they take their tax. So a lot of people have things like Patreon because it's less money. So what I would probably do is I'd probably have both. I'd probably be like, hey, if you don't mind going to Patreon, or if you support other Patreons, then head on over to Patreon because it puts a little extra change in my pocket. But if you want the convenience, here you go. Here's the memberships here, and kind of offer the same thing. Like I said, I'll get there, but just for, again, clarity, transparency for people. So that's why some people have Patreon and some people don't have channel memberships. And it's like, why don't you do channel memberships? That's why. Sunday Sports. We will be in the 7th seed. I appreciate you. First off, I appreciate you. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much for Super Chat. We will be the 7th seed. I am right there with you. Let's get it. Just keep winning. All right. Got 4 games. Let's sweep the board. I would love to see just the sweep of these next 4 games, right? Handle business. Don't have to stress it. Don't have to worry about it. Let's get in. Let's get it. Right. Like that's the goal. That's the idea. So, but yeah, again, I appreciate you. Oh, and you said this again. Yes, I appreciate you in the channel. Tyrese reminds me of Skip Bayless in text form. Yes, that should win. LeBron had a good game. Let's relax on the slander. He just got to cut turnovers. Yeah, I mean, that's literally the only thing that, like, my only issue is just take care of the basketball. Stop being so lackadaisical with the basketball. Outside of that, LeBron's been fantastic. Look, I am very quick to criticize everybody when they have bad games. LeBron's not one of level 2 trolls. Yeah, exactly. Not only is there no Ingram, but maybe no Zion. Since Zion didn't play last game, yes, it's very possible. And Dreamscape effect. You saw the record. D'Lo set. Yes, I actually talked about that heavily. Yeah, it's unbelievable. 200 plus threes, 400 plus assists, shooting 40% of the field. D'Lo has been A1 this year. Absolute A1. Dang, go Tyler. Bro, I'm weak. Tyler is so right, bro. Seriously, come on. Come on. If you're gonna take pride in what you do, everything you do, take some pride. Some motivational speech, right? If you're gonna troll good. Give us something good. Come on, like nothing's to me. I love the finer things in life. I love the fine arts. Like when I get a troll comment and it is a very well structured, like thought out troll comment, chef kiss. Like beautiful. Thank you. I love this. But when people are like, you suck, Lakers suck, fix your face, like, come on, dude. Bring your A game. If you're gonna bring it. It's so upsetting. So funny when the community stands up for Tyrese. Dude, facts. Like everyone's like, nah, like I'm telling you, Tyrese is like he needs to be protected when he's not here, but serve him street justice when he's here, power of a good troll. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you, there's genuine value in good trolls. Genuine value. The trolls are definition of bitch. D'Lo is going to want good money this offseason if he has a good play. Yeah, if he has a good playoffs, he's getting paid. He's getting paid stacks. Like that dude's getting the bag for sure. For real, you don't get the full super chat. That's effed up. Yeah, no, we don't. Nobody does. Like all YouTubers, they take. I think it's 30%. So basically, like if you gave me a $10 super chat, I only get 7. For all the super chats. So like, yeah. So like, there's times where it's like, I'll have a good day and I'll get like $20, and I'm like, oh, cool. Like I got $20 super chats, but really it's like, 14. So just something to keep in mind. But it's part of the deal, right? I mean, again, I'm blessed to even be in this position. So I'm not complaining about it, just for transparency, because I know a lot of people don't know about that. Let's see. It's crazy. We already have an extra 2 wins on next season, and we aren't even the 7th seed. It's wild. If we had the same record this year that we had, if we had the same record last year that we have this year, we'd be like a top 3 seed. Let's see. Lego. Donovan Mitchell was an absolute no-show. He needs knee surgery. Are we sure we want him? It depends on what needs to be cleaned up. I mean, Donovan Mitchell's fantastic. I mean, if he's going to end up missing half the season or the season, then probably not. But I think it depends on what it is. Need to clean up. The TO haven't had a low turnover game in a while. Agreed. Got to clean that up. Let's see. I know you ain't talking to me because I was not in the camp of trading D'Lo. Clearly, again, you're not a good troll. 2, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, God, Tyler, are we going to win outright? I sure hope so. I really want us to, right? I really think we can. I had them slated to lose one of these 2 games, but I think if they win tomorrow, I do. I think that they do. Who let these 5-year-olds take their parents' phones? EFX skips the key to trolls. What we paying D'Lo if we don't make the playoffs? $22 million. If he doesn't make the playoffs, I think he ends up opting in. Like if we don't make the playoffs, or he has like a bet. Well, I guess if he doesn't make the playoffs, then a team could take a flyer on him. It just, to me, it's looking like it's coming down to Orlando, because Orlando really wants him, and they were even trying to trade for him. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but probably like 22 to 25 million. Serious question though. Who is better, D'Lo or Trey? I see everyone say D'Lo, but until he proves me wrong, Trey is still playoff proven. Look, Trae Young's the better player. I love D'Lo. I mean, one of the reasons I got my nickname Laker Damas was because I predicted the Lakers should go trade for D'Lo. Like, I have been on D'Lo since the Lakers drafted him. I love D'Lo. Trae Young's better. Trae Young is like an upgraded version, is like the all-star version of D'Lo, right? Better playmaker, can give you the same level of scoring. He's not the shooter. D'Lo's the better shooter, right? So if you're talking about shooting, he's the better shooter. But Trae Young's the better player. Like anyone that tells you otherwise is wrong. Like it's just like, is he 20 million more better? Is what you got to ask yourself. Yeah, Orlando wants D'Lo bad. They were trying to trade for him, and there was like a handful of reports that came out that they are planning on trying to sign him. Obi Vandal returns, and Gabe Vincent is providing the Lakers with solid guard defense. He just needs to get more touches to become comfortable on the offense. I'm right there with you. I'll take D'Lo. Stop it. Trae Young is incredible. The worst thing Tyler did this year was defend Ham. When the community already went to shed for a pitchfork, you just don't try to stop a good pitchfork, right? Everyone knows that. And I should have just gotten out of the way and let him torch. No, I mean, early on, he had reasons to be defended, right? And then after that win, it was like, okay, now the defense is over. Right? I always defend guys if it's warranted. I'm always going to stick up for guys if it's warranted. I mean, even still, I defend Ham to an extent because it's like, you know, people just want that one person to blame. Like, it's not all on Ham. Ham's terrible. Ham needs to go. They need a different coach. But it's just, yeah, like, again, when it's warranted, I'll defend him. When it's not, I'm not, you know, like. But anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. I got to the end of the chat. I appreciate you guys. Everyone that tuned in, thank you so much. Everyone that gave me super chats, seriously, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Anybody that hit that like button, thank you. If you haven't yet, I could still thank you if you hit that like button. Take a quick second, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button too. Trying to close in on 20K. I'd love to get to 20K. I don't know if I can, but if I get to 20K by the playoffs, that'd be beautiful. Beautiful. So we got like a couple weeks, which I'm on pace right now to get there. So help me out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You guys are awesome. We get back at it again tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Let's get this win. Got to get this win. Let's get it. But I appreciate